श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। ओम वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं वन्दे तं सच्चिदानन्दं यतिवर्यं महामतिं वेदवेदान्तसारग्नं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं श्रीगुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं सद्गुरुं सच्चिदानन्दं साधुवर्यं सनातनं सद्वेदान्तप्रवक्तारं सदा स्वान्ते स्मराम्यहं। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओं नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो नमो महभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hope I am audible. Okay. Last time I started with some basic concept of Vedanta, but my idea was different last time. So that's why from today I will start from scratch. Also, as I mentioned, I will mix Hindi, English and Sanskrit. So that is because here in this group, we have some people who are comfortable in Hindi, and also my Hindi is not that much perfect. So maybe because since all are derived from Sanskrit, so for purpose of understanding, I think it would be okay. So हमारा जो भारतीय
Raghu, are you recording already, Raghu?
Yeah, I'm recording. Yeah. हमारा भारतीय संस्कृति, सभी भारतीय संस्कृति और भारतीय सभी आचरणों का मूल तत्व, भारतीय संस्कृति का मूल तत्व और द अल्टीमेट गोल जो है, सभी ये वेदों से जुड़ा हुआ है। हमारा वेद ही हमारा बेसिस है, हमारा भारतीय सनातन संस्कृति का। इसलिए वेदों के बारे में समझना जरूरत है। अध्ययन अलग है, अध्ययन करने का लिए मुश्किल होगा क्योंकि सभी लोग अध्ययन के लिए टाइम स्पेंड नहीं कर सकता। वो होना था, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली वेस्टर्न्स का इन्फ्लुएंस में हम नहीं कर रहे हैं। वो छोड़ा, वो अलग बात है। पर कम से कम वेदों के बारे में वो कि वेदों में क्या है, उसका डिवीजन क्या है, उसका अध्ययन कैसा होता है, वो समझना जरूरत पड़ता है। वेदांत समझने के लिए भी वो जरूरत है। इसलिए आज हम वेदों के बारे में कुछ नॉलेज हम डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करता हूँ। होप all of you can see my board, correct? So वेद मतलब क्या होता है? वेदों में हमारा जो कल्चर हमारा वो राजनीति और हमारा जो सभी ये कल्चर है ना, वो वेदों में ही है। फॉर एग्जांपल हमारा जो इकोनॉमिक्स जो है, पूरा देश इकोनॉमिक के बिना नहीं चलता है। सो that economics is derived from Veda. Chanakya, you all know Chanakya. So he has written a book on Veda that is derived from a book on economics, Arthashastra, that is derived from Veda. That is one of the examples. So वेदों में सभी बहुत कुछ है। उसमें जो वेदों में as I told last time, वेदों में हमारा जो जीवन में क्या क्या हो रहा है वो सभी वेदों में अच्छे तरह से लिखा है. So we are following the Vedas only. One or the other way, all Indian culture is following the roots of Vedas. So that's why we will see how Vedas are divided. What is the basis of division of the Vedas? Basically, Vedas, as you all know, most of you might be knowing, that Vedas are divided into 4 parts. Earlier, those divisions were not there. Veda Vyasa, for the purpose of codification, for the purpose of adhyayana, learning, so he divided Vedas into 4 parts. One is Rigveda, second is Yajurveda, third is Samaveda, fourth one Atharvana Veda. Can anyone in this group can tell what is Rigveda? What is the लक्षण? ऋग्वेद का लक्षण क्या है? किसके हिसाब से ऋग्वेद कहलाता है?
It will be a form of poetry.
Poetry, correct, good. So वेदों का जो भाग वो पद्य में छंदोबद्ध है, छंदस से है, छंदोबद्ध. The part of the Vedas which are in poetry form, छंदस, we all know the छंदस, लघु गुरु and छंदस will be there. छंदोबद्ध जो है वो वेदों का भाग ऋग्वेद कहलाता है. ठीक है. एंड देन यजुर्वेद, यजुर्वेद का लक्षण क्या है?
Prose.
Prose. Those parts of the Vedas which are in the form of prose, गद्य रूप में है, वो यजुर्वेद होता है. एंड सो द मंत्र जो है वेदों, ऋग्वेद का मंत्र जो है ना, उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन यजुर्वेद में होता है. एंड उसका प्रयोग मतलब उसका यूटिलाइजेशन वो भी यजुर्वेद में होता है. एंड सामवेद क्या होता है?
गान.
गान. सो जो मंत्र ऋग्वेद और यजुर्वेद में है, गान रूप से में it is chanted. So we can't chant by ourselves with our own music. No, there will be a rule to do the singing of the Vedas. So that will be used in yagnas and other karmas. वेदों का गान गाता है ना, उसके लिए certain rules होता है, वो साम वेद होता है, साम गान. हमारा जो सरिगमा पद निसा जो है वो स्वर, वो सामवेद से ही आया है, उसका मूल सामवेद ही है. एंड देन कम्स अथर्वण वेद. अथर्वण वेद इज कलेक्शन ऑफ ऑल द 3 वेदास. Okay, so the Atharvana will be having your Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, so many things will be available in the Atharvana Veda. Okay, these are all the division based on certain concepts, codification. Okay, when it comes to study, वेदों का अध्ययन, अध्ययन के हिसाब से we have 3 categories, 3 divisions अध्ययन के हिसाब से. वो क्या है? वो संहिता, ब्राह्मणा एंड आरण्यका. वेदों का अध्ययन के हिसाब से. ओके, दिस इज डिवीजन बेस्ड ऑन द सर्टेन कोड्स, लक्षण. ये अध्ययन, वेदाध्ययन करता है ना, ब्राह्मण लोग और क्षत्रिय और वैश्य लोग भी अध्ययन करता है. अध्ययन कैसे शुरू करता है? वो संहिता से शुरू करता है अध्ययन. कैन एनीवन नो व्हाट इज संहिता? मंत्र.
सॉरी सर, मैं आज थोड़ा लेट से ज्वाइन हुआ था, तो
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. वो रिकॉर्ड है, रिकॉर्ड मैं यूट्यूब में अपलोड करता हूँ. ओके,
अच्छा अच्छा, ओके ओके.
हाँ, या ಶಿಲ್ಪಾ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಯು ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್.
ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಮಂತ್ರ ರೂಪವಾಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಸಂಹಿತೆ.
Okay, so the मंत्र, सो अध्ययन, वो मंत्र का अध्ययन, chanting of the Veda mantras will come in Samhita. So when students enter the Veda class, first he will learn grammar, Aksharabhyas, grammar. So they will learn that. After that grammar, Aksharabhyas, they will get into the chanting of the Veda mantras. Just chanting, nothing else. Just chanting of the Veda mantras. For example, Rudra mantra, Chamaka, and other Samhita, Taittiriya Samhita. Those mantra, they will merely study, that's all. With Shraddha, of course, Shraddha should be there. So they will study the mantras, which is there in the Vedas. That part is called Samhita. So ये संहिता, ब्राह्मणा और आरण्यक जो है, ये सभी वेदों में पढ़ता है. So ऋग्वेद, यजुर्वेद, सामवेद, अथर्वणवेद, ये सभी में ये डिवीजन होता है अध्ययन के हिसाब से. ठीक है. वो पद्य रूप का अध्ययन होता है तो सामवेद का, गद्य रूप का अध्ययन है तो यजुर्वेद, गान रूप का अध्ययन है तो ऋग्वेद का, ऐसा होता है. सो मंत्र मतलब if I want to tell in this modern world, learning the codes, C program, C++, Java codes, everything students will learn, no? So just learning the codes, how it is, so what type of codes are there. So that kind of thing is Samhita. Okay. So then comes once you are ready chanting all the Vedic mantras, so you will know which kind of, just like coding languages, you will know which type of code is available. So you can implement that code in the system to execute some of the task. Correct. For example, if you know the codes, you will invent something. For example, if you want to write a program on any of the operation, heart operation or kidney operation, or if it is used for any other purpose like ATM machine, for ATM machine, if you want to write a program, or for a lift operation, if you want to write a program, you will utilize that program code to execute the thing whatever you need. Correct. So like that, so Vedon ka mantra ka prayog. So the technical name is प्रयोग. प्रयोग मतलब क्या है, वो वेद मंत्र का यूटिलाइजेशन, यूज, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जो है वो ये ब्राह्मण में होता है. मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आफ्टर लर्निंग द वेद mantras, if you want to get ready to do the karmas like Namakarana, naming ceremony, or Vivaha, or any other rituals, Yagna, or Puja, whatever. Learning the Puja Prakriya is also important because different of Puja will be there. Devi Puja will be there, Ganapati Puja will be there. अलग-अलग देवता का पूजा अलग-अलग होता है. So वो जो पूजा में और यानी कर्म में कहा कौन सा मंत्र कैसे यूज करना है, वो प्रयोग कहलाता है. A to Z दो प्रक्रिया जो है, द मेथड फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग टू एंड जो इंप्लीमेंट होता है ना, that will be under Brahmana. And also the explanation of Samhita will be available in Brahmana. Expansion, explanation will be there in Brahmana part of the Vedas. Okay. And then comes Aranyaka. Aranyaka, as the name itself indicates, Aranya means what? Forest. What that indicates? फॉरेस्ट में अध्ययन करना मतलब क्या है, साइलेंट जगह में, वो नॉइस नहीं रहना चाहिए अध्ययन के वक्त, वो आरण्यक है. इसलिए in Veda classes, when they study Aranyaka, they will not study under the roof. We are not supposed to study the Aranyaka part of Vedas under the roof. They have to go outside of the roof, beneath the tree. Beneath the tree, they are supposed to do the Aranyaka Adhyayana. So that is because the subtle part, the सूक्ष्म होता है उसका अध्ययन करना. ये जो है ये स्थूल है, मतलब it is not much difficult to understand. Whereas when it comes to आरण्यका, वो सूक्ष्म विचार जो है उसमें रहता है. इसलिए साइलेंट जगह में बैठकर श्रद्धा से अध्ययन करना है आरण्यक को. सो क्या है ये आरण्यक में? ये और संहिता और ब्राह्मण में बेसिकली कर्म जो है, उपासना, कर्म एंड उपासना इसमें रहता है. वो कर्म क्या है, वो उपासना क्या है, that we will study in future. Well, we will know that in a future. Study मतलब know. So because studying is study मतलब वो ज्यादा है, बहुत ज्यादा है study मतलब. So we can just know what is upasana and what is karma and what is upasana. Karma means what? Last time itself I told. कर्म मतलब वो ये प्रक्रिया जो है विवाह करने का, वो कर्म होता है. विवाह, वो फॉर एग्जाम्पल विवाह करने के लिए, विवाह कर्म के लिए टू टाइप्स होता है. श्रुति युक्त, श्रुति से, श्रुति मतलब वेदों मंत्रों से विवाह करना, और पुराण मंत्रों से, पुराण में प्रक्रिया जो है उसका यूटिलाइज करके, पुराण में जो श्लोक है उसको यूटिलाइज करके हम we can do the marriage. So like that karma. And also last time as I mentioned, putra kameshti yaga. Dasharatha did putra kameshti yaga. Okay, everyone can't do the putra kameshti yaga. Okay, that's why he so ऋष्यशृंग महर्षि जो वो वशिष्ठ ने वो बोला दशरथ को, वो ऋष्यशृंग महर्षि he will be in the forest. So he sent many people to find ऋष्यशृंग महर्षि. He was in the forest. He doesn't even know what is lady, what is girl, because he वो ऋष्यशृंग महर्षि जो है वो एनवायरमेंट में वो फॉरेस्ट का एनवायरमेंट में ही उसका बाल्य हुआ था, यौवन भी वही हुआ था. इसलिए उसका ढूंढने के लिए बहुत मुश्किल हुआ. वो स्टोरी अलग है, वो रामायण में आता है, वो छोड़ो. व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू टेल ओवर हियर इज, उस वो पुत्र कामेष्टि याग उससे सभी लोगों को नहीं समझ आता था. उसको ही वो प्रक्रिया जो है पुत्र कामेष्टि याग, so he only knew that. So that's why from him only he did putra kameshti yaga perfectly. Okay, so to do that they has to utilize the Veda mantras, and also along with that karma means what? So to do the prakriya physically, so to chant some mantras और देवताओं का आवाहन करना. देवताओं का आवाहन करने के बाद वो देवताओं का स्वागत करना है. जस्ट लाइक हाउ वी डू फॉर आवर गेस्ट, स्वागत करके उपचार करना है. देवताओं का उपचार करने के बाद उसका भोजन भी करना है. हुता प्रहुता वो सभी होता है. जो हविष समर्पण करता है वो ही उसका भोजन है. मंत्र से संतृप्ति करना है, सामगान से संतृप्ति होना है देवता लोग. उसके बाद हमारा जो कामना है वो पूरा करेगा. वो प्रक्रिया है. और ये स्थूल रूप का होता है जो कर्म. And there is another thing called upasana. In English, if I want to translate, meditation. That is not exact equivalent word, but we can say that is meditation, as we all know. So because when I say meditation, many things will come in your mind. So upasana जो है, एकाग्रता से हमारा मन में वो प्रक्रिया जो हम करता है वो मन में ही करना है. That is very difficult. So that we should follow the instruction of the Vedas. As per the instruction told in the Vedas, you have to do that mentally, not physically. And the effect of that is more than karma. Okay. Isliye, so that's why, so for example, if someone has got some dosh in their jatak, Jyotish bolta hai to do this kind of karma. Okay. Even after doing that karma, if it doesn't go, they will suggest to do some mantra japa. Mantra jap. So mantra jap से क्या होता है, वो दोष ज्यादा निकलता है, but वो करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. So I just told an example that is called upasana. Karma and upasana has been told in this Brahmana and Samhita. Okay. So when it comes to Aranyaka, it is more of understanding the source of all the things. So who is the one who will give the result of the karma? Okay. So we are just utilizing the fruit of the results here. So when the jignasu want to understand the source of all this karma, who is the giver of the boon of all this karma, कौन है, उस मूल सोर्स क्या है, कहाँ से आ रहा है ये सभी, मतलब the one who is interested to know the source of entire universe, or in simple words, those who are interested to know the concept of God, comes in Aranyaka. आरण्यक का अंतिम भाग जो होता है वो उपनिषद है और वेदांत उपनिषद कहलाता है. उपनिषद और वेदांत वो सभी एक है. इसलिए वेद जो है ये ब्राह्मण संहिता और ब्राह्मण में आता है. उपनिषद जो है ये आरण्यक में आता है. एक उपनिषद है वो संहिता में आता है, वो ईशावास्य उपनिषद. Except that all the Upanishads will come in Aranyaka. Okay. This is a brief knowledge about the division of the Vedas in terms of codification and Adhyayan, study. Okay. Do you have any kind of questions over here? Or can I proceed further? Okay, then I will proceed. First, let us see what is Prasthana Traya. Prasthana Traya. Traya means what? Three. So Prasthana means to start. प्रस्थान, सो हिंदी में प्रस्थान का मालूम होता है ना, प्रस्थान मतलब प्रस्थान कर लिया, वो यात्रा प्रस्थान कर लिया. फर्स्ट यू हैव टू लीव होम टू गो समवेयर. वेयर टू गो? टू नो द सेल्फ, टू नो द ब्रह्मन, टू नो द सोर्स ऑफ ऑल द यूनिवर्स. वी हैव टू स्टार्ट, दैट इज प्रस्थान. त्रय मीन्स three, 13. So what are all those prasthanatraya? Can anyone tell?
ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತು
Okay.
ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಸೂತ್ರ ಭಾಷೆ.
Good. Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita or Brahma Sutra. I'm not sure whether you can see properly or not. Anyway, I will send this picture after this call. Okay. So तीन है प्रस्थान त्रय में, वो उपनिषद, भगवद गीता और ब्रह्म सूत्र. ओके. सो उपनिषद मतलब क्या होता है? एज आई टोल्ड, वेद का अंतिम भाग जो है वो वेदांत कहलाता है, वो उपनिषद होता है. द अदर नेम ऑफ वेदास इज कॉल्ड श्रुति. श्रुति. सो दैट इज बिकॉज श्रुति मतलब क्या होता है? सुनना, टू हियर. So all the Vedic chantings, learnings has come from listening, from guru to shishyas. It has not come through scriptures. Now they have made scripture to protect that. That is different. But all the Vedic hymns has come through chanting only, by hearing and chanting. So that's why it is called Shruti. So these are all the technical terms. In future, if I may just tell Shruti, when I tell Shruti, you have to understand that is the Vedas or Vedanta. Veda and Vedanta are one and the same. Okay, one and the same is that there is a difference, but the thing is, it is under the Veda Anta. That's why it is called Vedanta. That's all. Okay. So that is called Upanishads. So which comes at the end part of the Aranyaka is called Upanishads. Nowadays, people have not invented, they have created many Upanishads. Allopanishad, Kumkum Upanishad. So those and all are not relevant, correct Upanishads. That is because it will not be in Aranyaka part of the Veda. If it is not in Aranyaka part of the Veda, it will not be considered as a Upanishad at all. Okay. That is the thing. Okay. Mainly, so we have got many Upanishads. Many Upanishads are there. Number may differ. The exact number is not there. So mainly, we have got 10 Upanishads which is kept for study purpose. अध्ययन के लिए 10 Upanishads है. And Shankaracharya has written Bhashya. मतलब meaning मतलब it is just not the explanation of the mantras. So certain rules होता है. So उपनिषद का मंत्रों का एक्सप्लेनेशन करने के लिए certain नियम होता है. नियमित से एक्सप्लेनेशन होता है, वो जो भाष्य कहलाता है, उपनिषद का भाष्य. So Shankaracharya has written Bhashya on all the 10 Upanishads. Of course, Ramanujacharya and Ananda Tirthacharya has also written Bhashya on 10 Upanishads. So what are all those 10 Upanishads? Can anyone name?
ಬೃಹದಾರಣ್ಯಕ, ಈಶಾವಾಸ್ಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತು, ಕೇನೋಪನಿಷತ್ತು,
ಮುಂಡಕ, ಮಾಂಡುಕ್ಯ,
ಮುಂಡಕ, ಮಾಂಡುಕ್ಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತು,
ಐತರಿಯ. Which one have left? Kena. Chandogya, Bradharanyaka. Okay. So these are all 10 Upanishads. Aitreya, Mundaka, Mandukya, Ishavasya, Bradharanyaka, Chandogya, Kena. Okay. These are all the 10 Upanishads for which Shankaracharya has written Bhashya. Okay. And then comes Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita जो है, it is called Smriti. Smriti. So why the name Smriti? So it will follow Shruti. Shruti में जो concepts है, उसका easily understand करने के लिए भगवत स्मृति कहलाता है. So the वेद मंत्र जो है वो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, for the Shishya. So Guru has to codify that Veda mantra and has to explain to the Shishya. Whereas Bhagavad Gita is simplified version of the Shrutis, Upanishads. जो कॉन्सेप्ट जो उपनिषद में है वो भगवत गीता और any other smriti. Bhagavad Gita is not only one smriti. There are many smriti. Yagnavalkya smriti is there, and this Yagnavalkya smriti, Manusmriti is there. Likewise, many other smritis are available. But Bhagavad Gita is the main smriti. It is a king smriti. So that Bhagavad Gita, many of us even doesn't know what is source of Bhagavad Gita. That is very surprising. Bhagavad Gita has come from Mahabharata. Mahabharata, it will be Vedavasa has written this Bhagavad Gita in midst of Mahabharata. Okay, that is there. And in Purana, that is called Shruti, Smriti. And when it comes to Purana, so Purana में क्या होता है? So concept जो Shruti और Smriti में है, वो in the form of stories, many stories, it has been explained in the Puranas. Shiva Purana, Devi Purana, this Vishnu Purana, many Puranas are there. Okay. Padma Purana, Skanda Purana, all are of course written by Vedavyasa himself. So why he is written? So to explain the concept of Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads only, he has written those Puranas. Okay. But some of the Acharyas has taken prominence to the Puranas only. But that is not correct. So, because if you have got any doubts in Purana, you have to go back to the source of Shruti and Smriti. Because that is valid. Questions comes in Purana. And if you have confusion in that, you have to refer to the source to find the solution for that. So that's why the validity will be always with the source, which is Upanishads. Okay. And the third one is Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra or Sharirika Mimamsa. That is also called Sharirika Mimamsa. So later, nowadays, the name Brahma Sutra has come. Because Shankaracharya nowhere has written the name as Brahma Sutra. So he has written as Sharirika Mimamsa. Okay, what is this Sharirika Mimamsa or Brahma Sutra? So Badarayana, so the saint, the Rishi, Badarayana has written 555 Sutra. In English, I can say it is formula. सूत्र क्या होता है? सूत्र मतलब it should have limited number of letters, not words. If limited number of words means it will become sentence. It is not sentence. It should have limited number of words. It should, with limited words, it should convey the things. And it should clarify. It should clarify the meaning of Upanishads. So why this sutra has come? Sutras has come to do the judgment of understanding the concept of Upanishads. For example, if there is one mantra in the Upanishad, or if there is one shlok in Bhagavad Gita, many acharyas or many people may interpret that mantra or shloka in different way. Since I have mentioned mantra and shloka, I just want to say the difference between mantra and shloka. So mantra means which has come from Vedas. It is called mantra. Anything which you quote from Vedas, that is called mantra. That is because mantra is not written by man. It is not written by any Purusha, man or woman or whatever. So that's why it is called mantra, that already it was there. For example, uh, Mary Curie invented radium, we all know, correct? She found out there is a material in this earth called radium which will be useful for human life. She discovered that. Invention or discovered doesn't mean that it has come newly. वो नया नहीं है. देवता लोगों से ये नया रेडियम नहीं बना है मेरी क्यूरी ने. It was already there in the earth. She just recognized and gave that to the world. Okay. Likewise, वो concept जो है, it is already available. That has come in the form of mantra. That is called mantra in the Vedas. And when it comes to shloka, shloka means it has come from human. For example, Veda Vyasa has written shloka in the form of poet or prose. Using Veda mantras, concept of Veda mantras, आम आदमी को समझाने के लिए वो वेद मंत्र का श्लोक से रूप से हमको दे दिया है वेदव्यास महर्षि और अदर ऋषिस ने. सो इसलिए वो श्लोक कहलाता है. सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस फ्रॉम mantra and shloka. Okay. So coming back to the Brahma Sutras. So if you have got a mantra or shloka of Bhagavad Gita, many people can interpret in their own way, as per their thought. All are different. As I mentioned last time, so the most famous book of Bhagavad Gita, anyone if you ask, they will tell you, I have got Bhagavad Gita pustak, that is ISKCON ka pustak, book hai. That is different. So he has explained it in his own way. They have explained. When it comes to Shankaracharya, he has not is in his own way. That's why I told the importance of Sarvatrika Anubhava. That I will come again. No, that is most important. That's why. सार्वत्रिक यूनिवर्सल एक्सेप्टेंस से ही एक्सप्लेन करना है. So he has explained based on that. Okay. And then Ramanujacharya has interpreted, because most older Bhashya is available. Bhashya is Shankaracharya's Bhashya. Before that also it was there for Bhagavad Gita, but it is not available. The only available oldest Bhashya or explanation of Bhagavad Gita is from Shankaracharya. After Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya thought that I can add something more, because the world is so, as per Advaita, so all is one. वो जो प्रपंच जो है अनेकत्व हमको दिख रहा है, वो जीव अनेक है, कैसे हो सकता है? इसलिए वो सोचा कि वो जीव भी है, वो देव का वो अंश है. जीव जो है देव का अंश है और देवता भी है. इसलिए सदसत शरीरी. So if you can't understand, leave it. That is not much important. So on that basis he explained the shloks, and also he has also written Bhashya on Upanishads as well as the also. Okay. Likewise, Ananda Tirtha or Madhvacharya, he has also written, and many other people has written as per their own concepts. Okay. So how to decide which is valid? How to decide? So if you want to decide something, where will we go naturally? Of course, we'll go to the court, correct? After going to the court, अंतिम जो निर्णय हो, वो that will be taken by a judge. How will we take? So by वाद प्रतिवाद से डिसाइड करता है ना। जैसे वो सूत्र जो है 555 सूत्र जो है उपनिषद का मंत्र, मोस्ट ऑफ द मंत्रस आर टेकन फ्रॉम छांदोग्य उपनिषद, बृहदारण्यक। दैट्स व्हाई learning Brihadaranyaka and Chandogya is very important to learn this Badarayana's Sharika Mamsa Brahma Sutra Bhashya. So he has taken certain mantras from the Upanishad and he has made a judgment how we should arrive to explain the meaning of that mantra. Why? And also he has also judged certain concept, like in Taittiriya it is told like that, whereas it comes to Chandogya Upanishad it is told differently, in the sense पांच तत्व बोला है ये तैत्तिरीय में, पृथ्वी आकाश वायु अप तेजस, ऐसा पांच तत्व है बोला है, whereas in छांदोग्य ओनली तीन तत्व बोला है, वो अग्नि अप पृथ्वी आकाश और वायु तैत्तिरीय में है। एक ऐसा डिफरेंस होता है कि डिफरेंटली क्या है, कैसे बोल, बिकॉज़ श्रुति मतलब it should be same across all the texts Upanishad. Why there is difference? So like this he has made a judgment and has come to a decision. So that is called Brahma Sutra. Okay. And for Brahma Sutra, Adi Shankaracharya has written introduction. That introduction to Brahma Sutra is called Adhyasa Bhashya. The name he has not given as an Adhyasa Bhashya. He has just written an introduction. But the concept of Adhyasa, that is misconception, he has explained in his introduction to the Brahma Sutra Bhashya. In his introduction, he has not quoted any of the hymns or shlokas. He has not quoted any mantra from any Upanishads. He has just taken our daily experience at all. हमारा जो daily रोज अनुभव है उसका ही लेकर he has proved that we all, I'm repeating, we all, हम सभी लोग, we are under the realm of misconception. But we are thinking that we know everything, we know world, we know our body, we know we are Sarvagna. But if you tell that you are Sarvagna, you know everything, तो शास्त्र जो है और ऋषि लोग, ज्ञानी लोग, वो कहता है ये तू मूर्ख है. So that's why, so how to know that we are in the realm of avidya or misconception? That is called adhyasa. So he has explained beautifully in Adhyasa Bhashya. So knowing the concept of Adhyasa Bhashya is very, 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 very important. It is a framework for learning all the Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads. So that's why our Holiness Swamiji, Shri Shri Sachidanandendra Saraswati Sadguru Swamiji, has written many books on Adhyasa Bhashya itself. In Sanskrit, he has written a book called Sugama. Very beautiful book. We have got discourses, many discourses on Sugama by Prabodhananda Swamiji. Yeah. And in Kannada, he has written Adhyasa Bhashyartha Vimarsha. Nowadays, we are blessed with AI tools like Copilot and ChatGPT. If you just scan those Kannada books, you will get the translation. You can go through if you have time. Adhyasa Bhashyartha Vimarsha, in the form of question and answers, he has written that book, Adhyasa Bhashyartha Vimarsha. And also in the Brahma Sutra, he has written translation of Adhyasa Bhashya to Kannada. And also in many other places, he has explained the concept of Adhyasa. Okay, Adhyasa Bhashya. So what I'm going to tell is that the importance of Adhyasa Bhashya is very much there. The reason is at the end of Adhyasa Bhashya ke ant mein, so what he has told, Asya anartha hetoho praharanaya आत्मिक विद्या प्रतिपत्तये सर्वे वेदांताः आरभ्यन्ते. मतलब वो मिसकॉन्सेप्शन जो है वो अनर्थ है. So we will see in the next class what is that misconception, why misconception, what is the nature of misconception, different category of misconception, and how to get rid of that misconception. So those and all we will see in the next class. But misconception is not good. That we have to accept. If one believes that there is a snake in the place of rope, will you tell him as an intelligent? Of course no. Because that will lead to many things. You may get heart attack. You may not go there. You may sell that property or whatever. I'm just telling you an example. So that is anarth. Anarth hai. गलत समझना वो अनर्थ ही होता है. Anarth. In this life, this misconception what we have is anarth. Because we are something beyond everything. We are the bliss. We are आनंद स्वरूप. सुख का मूल स्वरूप ही हम हैं. But we have understood differently and we have taken standpoint in that which we are not. So that is anartha. That is anartha. But we have to understand properly why this is anartha. So that's why Bhagavan also in Bhagavad Gita has told Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshano Darshanam Adhyatma Gnana Nityatvam Tattva Gnanartha Darshanam. So Janma, Jara, Mrityu, everything we are seeing, nothing is good in this world. After Corona, the life has taught many lessons. Not only Corona, our path of life will teach many lessons, but still we will not realize. We'll go as per our own way only. Okay, leave that apart. So that anartha, asya anartha hetu. Hetu मतलब क्या? वो मूल रूट जो होता है asya anartha hetu. Root cause of this anartha, to remove this root of anartha, anarth. So I think Hindi में भी वो equivalent word होता है अनर्थ. Okay, अनर्थ मूल जो है वो निकलना. अस्य अनर्थ हेतोः प्रहरणाय. To cut that root. How we can cut that root? Great knowledge, that's all. If you know the concept of rope in the place of snake, that wrong knowledge will go like that. To know the real nature of the self, to take a standpoint in the self, to be there. That is called Atmaika Vidya Pratipattaya. Once you know the Atmaika Vidya, you will get rid of anartha. So that's why all the Upanishad, Artha Heto Praharanaya, Atmaika Vidya Pratipattaya, Sarve Vedanta Arabhyante. So that's why he has not, even though it is introduction for the Brahma Sutras, it is an introduction for all the Prasthanatrayas. It is an introduction for all the 10 Upanishads. It is the introduction for Bhagavad Gita. I can say it is the introduction for Purana. It is the introduction for all the Sanatana scriptures. All the Sanatana scriptures introduction is Adhyasa Bhashya. Atmika Sarve Vedanta Harabhyante. All the Vedantas has come to remove the root of the samsara. That's why knowing the concept of adhyasa is very important. Okay. After knowing the concept of adhyasa in brief, if you want to know in length, you can listen to the teachings of Swami Prabhuddhananda ji. So it is available in the website. I can send link if you want. It's very important. If you have time, you can listen to that. Of course, in brief, I will explain the concept of adhyasa. And one more important thing is that you all have to make a notes of it. Because if you don't make notes, so तो जो पद जो होता है, the वाक्य में, so the words जो होता है, if I tell the same word while explaining, you may get confusion. So that's why making a notes is very important. Of course, you can ask question anytime. I'm ready to answer. But the thing is, making a notes is important. You want to study books, and also you have to study the book along with that. Just by listening, nothing will happen. So that's why. I'm not here as a guru, but I will convey the concept what our gurus has told. I'm just a medium. But with that medium, it is difficult to know everything. So that's why study, learn is also equally important. So with that, we will conclude this call, and we'll take questions if you have anything after this call. Okay, then we'll proceed for the next class on Monday. Okay. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sharashibhyo Namo Mahabhyo Namo Gurubhya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat Shri Krishna Arpanastu. Let me stop the recording, then